Well, hello there. I'm Radikal, and today I decided to do something a little different. Usually I do 3D models and animations, but this time I decided to host a little game introducing Radikal's little game. It's a little 1 hour challenge I hosted where each contestant has to spend 1 hour modeling and eventually rendering an object that is randomly selected by ChatGPT. Every 15 minutes from the start of the challenge, I will spin a Wheel of Fortune, which will give us a fun rule to spice up the gameplay. There are a total of 24 rules to choose from, of which 9 will be picked in total. 4 the first time, 3 in the mid-game, and 2 just 15 minutes before the end. So, let's meet our contestants.
I started getting into 3D when I watched a lot of Minecraft animations, and I'm finally somewhat okay at it. Like, the first things were horrible, but now it's pretty decent. And I like cats.
Hello, I am Gen Z Visuals. An intermediate editor and a beginner 3D artist, doing 3D for like 6 months or so, started from donut, never completed, and mostly learned from doing challenges like the Endless Engines, hosted by Punisher, and the Road to Infinity hosted by Bad Normals.
I started Blender in 2015. It had been a slow way for me. I have started with the construction of buildings, architecture and stuff. Sometimes I don't know, really make just random things.
Hello everyone. I'm DigiLime, a 14-year-old tech geek and a 3D hobbyist. I've been fascinated by computers and game development since I was 4. Unlike everyone, I didn't start with the donut, I started with modeling guns and weapons for my games. I share my work on YouTube, ArtStation, and Instagram. I'm excited to join this challenge and have fun with you all.
Hello, I'm Radikal. I've been doing 3D for about 6 to 7 years. Started off by making simple little low polygon models for Roblox. Then later on moved over to more than low poly models. At one point, I discovered Punisher and I started doing his challenges. These challenges made me want to get into animation, and I was practicing new skills and methods meanwhile, so I started getting refined in multiple ways. So as said, I used ChatGPT to give us an object model, and it gave us bubblegum powered jetpack. And so, the chaotic improvisation has begun. Now, it's obviously not a bubblegum powered jetpack if it doesn't have a bubblegum machine. So, to make it obvious, I added one. SpaceCat's original design was very interesting. Sure, it wasn't bubblegum powered jetpack, but I know, it was very interesting. Unfortunately, he had redesigned it later on, after realizing the same thing. then the first bell rang. It was time to spin the wheel. So first, we had to tell everyone what they had to add to their scene. Now the third one is something that me and I think everyone actually forgot to do. The fourth rule is rather self-explanatory. And that rule... yes. I was told to put a panda in my scene, because that's what one of the rules told me to. But then this happens. But before I show you this, check out this mad lad. And now back to whatever happened to me. Blue screen. Well, I'm glad I saved before I crashed my whole computer. Anyway, after I came back, I quickly tried to recover everything and continue as if nothing ever happened. I also added some bubblegums into the machine, but it turned out to be pointless later on. I had also focused so much into editing that I forgot to check the time. It was time to spin the wheel. If this was a shrimp modeling contest, Doora would have been the winner. And now it was time for our third and final set of spins. That's also when the render started going very crazy. Well, not crazy, but it just changed the whole appearance very much. SpaceCat's new design was a lot more fitting to our theme. Went from this very mechanical bird to a very cartoony machine, so that design, yeah, I like it. As the time was closing in more and more, I was also starting to finish slowly. So I did my final test renders, final details, and I was soon ready to submit. with everyone being ready and time's up, it is time for judging. We held two kinds of judgings. First being points-based. Does the render match the prompt? How many rules did it follow? The second being voting. Everyone voted for the renders they liked the most. So let's start with my submission. I have added a random object, a panda. I crashed my blender. I added a shrimp. I'm not using smooth shaders. I rendered in orthographic and workbench. In voting, I only got 2 votes. Now it's time for Doora The Exploora. He crashed his blender. There are no smooth shaders. It's a green world. It's orthographic and rendered in workbench. He only gained a single vote. Gen Z visuals. He has not more than 5 colors. He crashed blender. There are no smooth shaders. It's a green world, rendered in workbench. He gained a single vote. Let's check out DigiLime's submission. He has a microwave, a random object. He uses not more than 5 colors. He crashed his blender. He added a shrimp. There are no smooth shaders. It's orthographic and rendered in workbench. He also earned 3 votes. Let's take a look at SpaceCat's submission. He added a banana, so that's a random object. He crashed blender. He added a shrimp. There are no smooth shaders. There's green world. It's orthographic and rendered in workbench. He also earned 3 votes. SpaceCat and DigiLime, both with 3 votes and same amount of fun rule points of 7, share the first place. Me, Radikal, with 6 rule points and 2 votes, get second place. Doora The Exploora and Gen Z Visuals share the third place by both having 5 rule points and 1 vote. The winners get nothing. Nobody got anything really, apart from a hopefully fun experience. Despite the tons of technical difficulties and the lack of event hosting skills, I believe I managed to pull off just fine, and I hope to do more challenges like that with more people and more time. We also had one contestant who couldn't show up in time, so there you go. Their late submission. This is Radikal Creates, signing off.